Planning Commission meeting started. As always, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join us up on the dais. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I'll take roll call. Commissioner Inga,
Here.
Commissioner Newman,
And for the last time, yes, she is here.
Commissioner Magai,
Here.
Vice Chair Heschler,
I'm here.
and Chair Keldorf.
Here.
We have quorum.
Thank you. Eduardo, we'll open up public communications for any item not on the agenda. I think, maybe. We'll do it again. Close public communications. Any written communications?
No, nothing.
Consent calendar items, the June 13th meeting minutes, and then an alcohol license for Takamasa Taqueria. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I would propose that we pull the second item and give the applicant an opportunity to tell us about the proposal. Have a second?
I second.
Do you want to vote first for the minutes or?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. Commissioner Inga,
Aye.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Magai,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heschler,
Yes.
Chair Keldorf.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Perfect. Do we have a staff report? Yes.
Good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioners. I'll be presenting Environmental Assessment 1366, and this is for Administrative Use Permit 24-04. The site is located at 2140 East El Segundo Boulevard, Unit E. It is zoned El Segundo South Campus Specific Plan Zone. Specifically, it is in the Commercial Office Mixed-Use District. And the restaurant will be a new tenant within an existing multi-tenant building. Just to note, this is Chargers Commons Plaza. The AUP allows the sale of beer and wine for consumption on the premises. They are proposing to have the consumption of alcohol in the indoor dining area and the outdoor dining area that is located along the east perimeter of the existing restaurant building. And the proposed service is accessory to the restaurant. It's going to be the highlighted sections in this floor plan. The one on your right is the outdoor dining. The proposed service is not going to create any new impacts that are not associated with the zone that it's in and with the restaurant. It is going to be consistent with the El Segundo South Campus specific plan. Staff has reviewed the proposed application and is recommending approval for the director's decision to approve the AUP to allow beer and wine to be served and consumed on the premises. The applicant is present to answer any questions. Thank you.
For staff. We'll open public communications. First right goes to the applicant. Would love if you would come up and tell us a little bit about your new restaurant.
Yes, definitely. My name is Ivan Flores. Good evening. We're a taqueria based from Tijuana, Mexico. We own 3 different taquerias right now, and we're very, very excited to be part of the El Segundo community. So I want to thank you guys for having me here today.
Amazing. Where are your other restaurants?
Long Beach and Cypress.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to El Segundo.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Flores?
Always a fan of tacos. Tell us about your tacos.
Well, we're like the Tijuana, real authentic Tijuana street tacos. I grew up in Tijuana, Mexico with my grandparents, and obviously we're a big fan of taquerias, and I brought the concept from Mexico to here, and it's been very, very successful.
How many years ago did you open the other restaurants?
3 years ago, the first taqueria in Long Beach.
Wow.
Yes.
And I noticed your hours. Of course, I mean, who doesn't want to have beer or wine with tacos? But your hours are till midnight. What do you plan on being open?
I'm actually, it's going to be till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and we're closed on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, we just changed that.
Okay. Very good. And you specialize in a particular meat or?
Yeah, our carne asada, and we also have the trompo, which is adobada.
What is it called?
Adobada, it's on a gyro, it's a trompo. That's what we call it in Tijuana.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, very good. And presumably you plan on opening when?
Monday. Tomorrow we have friends and family, and Saturday.
Very good,
Yes.
Great.
very good, thank you.
So I grew up in San Diego and used to walk across the border all the time, so I'm a big fan of Tijuana-style tacos. My only question is, why did you apply for just beer and wine and not like margaritas and things like that?
We are going to have margaritas. It's going to be wine-based, though.
Oh, okay.
But our main focus is the carne asada taco.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome
Thank
to
you,
town.
guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other public communications on this item? Okay, we will close public communications and take a motion to vote on the consent calendar.
I think that's reasonable.
Sure.
I will move to approve as presented.
And I'll second.
And I'll take votes. Commissioner Inga,
Aye.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes,
Commissioner Magai,
Aye.
Vice Chair Heschler,
Yes.
and Chair Keldorf.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to new business. I mean, I was hoping we'd have something just good and juicy and meaty for Brenda's last meeting, but instead we'll just use our time to celebrate her. So this is former co-chair, Commissioner Newman's last meeting, and we are sad to see her go. I think staff has prepared a resolution that, Eduardo, if you want to start by reading some kind words, see if we can make her cry.
Sure, of course. We'll keep it light. Yes, and it is Community Development Department Resolution number 2009-2024. Oddly enough, it coincides with the years in which Commissioner Newman blessed us in this city with her presence as a commissioner on the Planning Commission. So it's a resolution by the El Segundo Community Development Department in recognition of Brenda Newman's service as Planning Commissioner. Whereas Brenda Newman had made her first appearance as Planning Commissioner on March 12th, 2009. Brenda Newman has attended over 230 Planning Commission meetings during her tenure, so that's quite an accomplishment. And I think if I remember correctly, I think she had the lowest absent rate as well. So so I think she had a really good batting average. So whereas during her tenure, Brenda Newman was thoughtful, insightful, and objective in considering the many significant projects that came before the Planning Commission, such as the Los Angeles Chargers training facility, the Los Angeles Lakers training facility, Topgolf, numerous specific plans, as we all know. 2 housing elements, that's a great feat, because that's something that we do about every 8 years, and she coincided with having 2 housing elements. Numerous hotels, the El Segundo South Campus specific plan, again, that's our LA Chargers, and many residential projects, from small condominium developments to large residential developments, such as the recent Pacific Coast Commons, that residential development at the former Imperial School site. Together they've yielded over 300 units over her tenure, and that's given others the opportunity to call El Segundo home, as she has since her childhood. So thank her for that. Whereas Brenda Newman has served not with the goal to become chair. As we all know, she never really had that desire. Not with the goal to achieve higher office, but with the intent to really give back to her community, the community that she loves unconditionally. So now, therefore, the Community Development Department of El Segundo hereby finds, determines, and resolves that Brenda Newman's legacy is a true inspiration to public service, her selflessness, and volunteerism. The community development staff appreciates Brenda's commitment to the Planning Commission and her support of staff over the last 15 years. And Brenda has served her time and is now released to her residence across the street from City Hall, where she will sit on her balcony with a drink in hand and look after us and keep us in line when we need to be kept in line. So with that, thank you. Commissioner Newman, it has been a pleasure to serve, with you as one of the leaders and really the veteran members here on the Planning Commission. You've done and brought so much to this commission and this city. I mean, the city is, it's your city. It's you know, it's a testament to who you are as an individual, and I've really appreciated and really found it working with you. And you've always had really great questions, and you know, sometimes would come into City Hall and kind of bend our ear, and it's like, didn't think of that one, but no, and I really appreciated the collaboration you did have with us and staff. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Eduardo. You're a pleasure to work with, absolutely. It's been a quick 15 years. Really, it has been. It's been a lot of fun.
And it's rare that we get some visitors who just want to bring well wishes. So I would love to open public communications. I know, I see a few of you.
It is my great honor to get to rush to the podium and give public communication in honor of Brenda Newman. So it's shocking to hear the number of meetings, the number of years, the amount of time. And when you're in this room and you're in this commission, a lot of work is done before you even show up. The staff reports are like phone books. You've got to read through it and get to the details to ask the right questions. And people may wonder why someone would put that much time into something. And the answer is because you get to work with people like Brenda Newman. Not only have you elevated the conversation in this room and weighed in and given your heart and your soul to these issues, you've not only made the city better, you've made me a better person. I've learned from you, from watching your patience, your grace, and the beauty that you bring to anything before you will truly be missed. And I am very happy to have had my time and to get to know you as well as I have over our years together. So I'm very grateful for everything. I know you're not going anywhere. You'll still be the queen of Main Street. If we need you, you will show up and answer any questions we have. But congratulations to you, Brenda, and thank you for everything you've done.
I'm so proud of him. I want to say something to you, Brenda. I wrote mine out. Do we have to say our names? Is that like, oh, I'm Cara Baldino, I'm a resident? Okay. So I wanted to attend tonight when Ryan said he was attending because it's Brenda's last meeting. I'm like, I want to go. And can we speak? He's like, yeah, I'm planning on it. And I'm like, can I speak? So yeah, I wanted to witness Brenda's final planning commission meeting, and I wanted to pay her a small tribute. It was important to me to profess out loud how much I appreciate your years of service to the town and how much I just adore you as a human being. Brenda is truly a good person and a wonderful community member. And somehow I never say these things to people when I'm with them one-on-one, so I thought now is as good a time as any to talk about how great Brenda is. So the first couple times I remember meeting and getting to know Brenda was at city events. And I remember one of them was probably the first one, was at the Hacienda, like the old Hacienda. And we were seated at the same table. And it was something that you guys had to be there, and I was just the plus one. And another time early that I met you, where you hosted a planning commission thing at your house. And both of these events were well over a decade ago. And at these encounters, I was just there as Ryan's wife, and I had no real connection to anyone in the room. But Brenda always made an effort to talk to me and include me in conversations. She seemed interested in knowing who I am. She's nice, she's funny, she's smart and humble, and she's a welcoming and a warm person. And those first couple times I talked to her, it was obvious she had a really strong appreciation for El Segundo, which I share too, so I liked her immediately. Brenda's devotion for El Segundo is palpable. She has served on several boards in town that have enriched our community, other than this, from ESMOA to the Chamber of Commerce to Ed Foundation, several boards. There's more, but those are the ones I remember. And not only did she grow up here, but also her mom graduated from the high school, which I thought was cool. And her dad used to work for the El Segundo Fire Department. So to me, Brenda is just one of those perfect El Segundo stories. Like down to the fact that she owns a shop on Main Street and lives there, you know, like it's just, everything is perfect. So very charming. She has so much history here, and kindly she has chosen to give so much of herself back to El Segundo, and I really respect that. In fact, her love for El Segundo has become one of the reasons I also love this town very much, which Ryan actually said, I'm not stealing that from you. We thought about these separately. But yeah, the attitude you carry is something that has affected me. People like Brenda inspire me. Congrats to Brenda on your retirement from 15 years on our Planning Commission. And what you add to this community is greatly, greatly appreciated. And I just want to thank you for being you. You're awesome. Thank you. Okay.
We will go now.
I graduated from El Segundo High School, too. Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
We need another In-N-Out Burger closer to downtown, because I can't cross Pacific Coast Highway with my bike. Maybe we can go on a bike ride more often. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. Close public communications and give our planning commissioners a chance to fawn over you for a bit. Go freshest to Mr. Inga.
Yeah, I also want to thank Brenda for all of these years, and a resident of the city for 12 plus years. So I thank you as a resident and also as a planning commissioner fellow for all of the things that I learned in these past 12, 13 months. So thank you and congratulations, Brenda.
Thank you very much, Mario.
Yeah, I just want to thank you as well. I remember when I first applied to the Planning Commission, I saw you, you and Ryan had already double digits in years with the Planning Commission. I was like, oh my goodness. But it's great. It's a testament to your love for the city and your fortitude. I'm sure sometimes you just wanted to not do it anymore because it can get frustrating. But if you look around, you've accomplished so much over these years, including, helping me as a newer person here, leading, being such a leader and leading by example. I think a couple things that you've taught me is that you don't have to be an expert in something. You just have to ask the right questions, not be scared to ask questions. That's one, and you have to care a lot. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to care a lot and give a lot of love for your city. So I tell you that as you walk away from the Planning Commission, you should be proud of all the things you accomplished. Don't ever lose sight of that. All the things you gave back to the city.
Yeah.
You should be very, very proud of yourself. So.
Thank you, Kevin.
Do you want me to go? You
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Right? Yeah, you do have tenure. And that's what I was going to say. As at one time, I was the newest commissioner, and we knew each other socially in a different way. But I felt so comfortable always sitting next to you, and I knew that I would have guidance to pass some notes, share a coffee sometimes when it went quite long. But I just appreciated the way that you were so welcoming, and similarly helped me get up to speed and understand what it is that we should be asking and what to focus in on. So it's been a great mentorship, and I really appreciate you in that way. 15 years is tremendous. Having just gone through the housing element, doing it twice actually feels mind-boggling. I cannot imagine that you took that on 2 times and the change that you've seen in the city, and to give so much of yourself. It's so appreciated. And beyond that, to own a business for 40 years, and to Kara's point, to be the quintessential, my kids know, oh, doesn't the woman who owns a jewelry store and is on Planning Commission live upstairs from there? I'm like, yes, that is the whole idea of how this town's supposed to work. And you're the living example of that. And so thank you for all that you've done to keep this community as amazing as it could possibly be. We appreciate you.
We're lucky. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda.
Jay.
Brenda. Reba and I met you long before Planning Commission. You were walking Gemma around the neighborhood, and we had a dog, and we'd walk our dog, and there was a nice lady with a dog, and we'd stop and talk with you, And then we learned that you owned a jewelry store, and Reba had jewelry that needed cleaning, and you sold us new jewelry, and that's a talent. And then found out that you were on Planning Commission, and when I was fortunate enough to be appointed to it, it was such a pleasure to be up here with you. Still is. We had hard nights up here, and you just remarked how easy this year has been, which is great, a perfect way to jinx Mark. We had long, serious nights up here, and those are going to show up again, but the point of that is it's hard work. And as Ryan said, there's oftentimes a phone book worth of stuff to read in advance. And you always took it very seriously, and the conversations were, we didn't always agree on things, but we always respected each other, and that's what democracy is supposed to be like. That's what community is like. And so I have always valued your perspective and your insight and your demeanor. I mean, I remember being up here, like, getting hot under the collar, and I looked at you, and you just, like, chill, and it's like, I need to learn a little something from Brenda. So, and then the last thing I want to point out is, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, you called me, and you said you didn't want to be vice chair anymore, and it was when Ryan was leaving. And so there was a big mix-up in the dais, big reshuffle, drain the swamp. And you called me and you said, you know what? You didn't want to be vice chair anymore, and you asked if I wanted to be, and we talked about it for a long time, and you talked about the importance of the role, and it's not just a figurehead. I'm not just a first lady to be a first gentleman to the level. That's right. And I really appreciated that. That was really a wonderful thing. So, last thing I want to point out is I did hear a couple meetings ago that the Jewelry Source is, if not the longest running business in town, of the top 2, and I always feel that this planning commission is pro-business, and we want to see that businesses succeed here, and I think that's, we want to do it responsibly, but the fact that you have succeeded for so long when other businesses have come and gone is a testament to how people can and how companies can thrive here. So thank you for all the direction that you give us.
Thank you very much.
Beautifully said.
Yep. I just want to wish Mark good fortune coming forward. It's a tremendous experience, Mark, and you're going to work with a great group of people.
We do have one parting gift for you.
Is it jewelry? Is it jewelry? Is it jewelry?
It's gold encrusted. We can take no credit for that. Beautiful staff.
Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, my goodness, that's fabulous. No, that's beautiful, guys. This is gonna go up in my master bath. No, it's gonna be in the store. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. In recognition of distinguished service presented to Brenda Newman, Planning Commission, City of El Segundo, and it goes on to say March 2009 to June 2024. Thank you so much, very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, we'll wrap up so that we can really toast you. Anything from the Community Development Director?
Yeah, just a couple of remarks. Commissioner Newman, from staff and myself specifically, thank you for your service to the community. There's a couple of indicators that staff look at when we are considering taking new jobs in new cities, and one of those things is the longevity of other employees at that city, but also the tenure of commissioners and council members. In a lot of communities, you'll find that there are term limits, and so it's hard to really gauge that, and you see there's instability when there's term limits, and there's a lot of re-education and re-information, and one of the beautiful things about El Segundo is that we have the pleasure of working with commissioners and council members who have longstanding relationships in the community and at the dais, and working with staff and working with each other. And it makes a significant difference in the quality of life in that community. And El Segundo's no better example of how that is beneficial to such a community. And the quintessential role that you've played as a commissioner and a resident on Main Street and a long-standing business owner on Main Street is, you could not write that better for sort of Main Street USA and the quality of life that this community really holds a high value for. And that has really sort of materialized throughout the last 15 years, and you see it in the quality of development, the quality of discussions that happen at this commission, and the quality of product that this staff gets to bring to the commission, and get guidance get guidance from the study sessions we've had. It's really materialized in a fantastic environment in this community, and I'm blessed to work here. I'm thankful for it. I'm very blessed and thankful for getting to work with you as staff. We don't always get the ability to rely on the commissioners, to provide guidance and advice, but this is a unique commission. There are subject matter experts here, yourself included, and it's been a pleasure, and I thank you for your service and dedication and commitment to this community and the residents and the business here, so thank you very much. With that, I don't know, Eduardo, we have, if you want to announce what we have afterwards as well.
Yeah. Sorry, thank you. After the meeting, if, we do have some treats over in our executive conference room, so we can break to that area once we officially end this meeting as your final, as the gavel goes down for the final time for you.
Thank you. Look forward to that.
Thank you. Need city attorney comments.
Sure, yeah. First, I apologize for being late. I had a call that ran long, but I do want to thank Commissioner Newman. I changed law firms about 3 years ago and had a new host of cities to serve, and you really make my job easier and staff's job easier, challenging us, keeping us honest, and really appreciate your experience, your insight, and as Councilmember Baldino mentioned, your grace. So just really been invaluable. And I also want to congratulate you on being free of the shackles of the Brown Act and recusal and 1090. And other than that, I hope everyone has a great Fourth. Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. Yeah. Any additional planning commissioner comments? None for me.
Actually, I have one. I'd like to thank all the home viewing audience for not watching the presidential debate in order to watch this tonight. So thank you for being here for us. Thank you.
Not a tough call. With that, we will adjourn until July 11th. Thank you.